called Karunj Annette. I'm office assistant, Med-Optics. I started working with Med-Optics 2004. I like my people we are working with, even my bosses. They are nice to us, they have no problem.
Med-Optics' vision, value, and mission, the whole things are tied kind of together. And we've evaluated a little bit over the years, and our current mission is really, we said excellence in eye health. After talking through, we said, well, that's really what we need, we need excellence in eye health. And don't forget that the Bible says the eye is the window to the soul, to the body. I tell people that you only got a pair of eyes to last you for the rest of your life. And those have to be preserved and they'll be protected. It is my desire that actually people have a very good eyesight. And so that's basically the driver. And to get a good eyesight, you need very good clinicians. When I tell you just a small story about a gentleman I met in Buganda Road, each time I think about that gentleman, it breaks my heart. This gentleman, an elder guy, he must have been about 78 or 80. They went everywhere by then. You know, this was when I was in Buganda Road, so that was 2000, maybe 4, 5, around there. Everywhere. Each time the guy goes, they give him new glasses. Each time they go, they give him new glasses. So eventually they heard about me, they came to me. I examined this guy. One look at the back of the eye, I knew what exactly the issue was. A disease called glaucoma, silent killer of eyes in this country. And unfortunately, this disease, there's no pain, no what, no nothing. It just keeps killing the nerves. The worst thing is that the nerves die from the peripheral, make their way to the center. By the time the center goes, the entire eye is actually gone. Okay? It was that bad. I said, but this is a simple thing which has been diagnosed a long time ago. So when you go, the optician or the optometrist doesn't look at the back of your eye, you know that that is a half job done. Because as a clinician, we teach them all those skills to preserve the vision. So the preservation of the vision, giving people good eyesight is actually what keeps driving me. And at the same time, to have the skills possible to the people. We have 45 million right now. Ophthalmologists are about 60, at most, if you count all of them in this country. Optometrists now, I think, with the current cohort, maybe about 20 or 30. The WHO ratio is that 1 to 250,000. When are we going to reach that number to have a very good eye preservation for the nation? So somebody has to take that burden to say that, okay, something needs to be done, and I'm going to do it. So I've been using my company as a training ground, okay? And even when we're doing rotations, we couldn't send them anywhere else. For the past 2-3 years, with Dr. Naomi, I said, okay, let them come for practical skills, they can come to our lab. So we rotate them through the lab, we rotate them through our one of the centers, and because I was still associated with the Mengo Eye Hospital, so I also send them to Mengo, so they can have at least all around. We fought very hard to have now at least an outlet in Mulago. The place is just an empty hall. How do you put a clinician in an empty hall? You even go to the ophthalmology department, you want to cry, my sister. Because there's an instrument there, a Zeiss instrument called visual field, which is one, as I told about the glaucoma thing. It will map the back of the eye. It will tell you whether the nerves are dead or they're alive. This instrument, I think, was donated for the past maybe a whole year or so. Doesn't have a printer. A whole Mulago cannot buy a printer to be able to get this result out to show your patient, go with this and keep it. It is that bad. And so we said, okay, outside here we can improve things because it is your money anyway, so you have to put your money in it. And so the beauty of Med-Optics is that we are using it as a training ground. And this year we have now started what we call a graduate program, where we actually get these young guys, at least we managed to, we got 3 this year, but as time goes, we want to increase that number so that by the time these kids go out there, they have a very good grounding and they know what to do and how to do it, and they serve Ugandans better.
I'm very proud of the graduate trainees. They're a smart bunch of young people. They're very keen. When we were in Ginger recently, MD still had the graduate trainees come online in the mornings, and they would discuss cases that they had to deal with during the week. And the other optoms from the different MedOptics branches join in that conversation. And I'm not an optometrist. I'm not even slightly medical in any shape or form. But it's fascinating to listen to them because they're just so motivated to solve people's problems. And I sort of think that's pretty cool. They come out of university, they are benefiting from the experience of other optoms, and they're focused and they're sharp.
I started my bachelor's training in optometry in 2014 from Makerere University. And the interesting thing is that I'm amongst the pioneer batch of the locally trained optometrists in the country. So the most interesting thing about optometry and what made me join it is a great need for eye care professionals in the country. You realize that most of us grew up from communities where in case you need to have eye care services, you have to wait for an outreach. And these outreaches, they'll tell you, oh, such a doctor is coming, they'll make a lot of radio announcements to just make sure that the whole community gathers in that one day to try to access the eye care services, which they can't access from most of their regions. So the great demand is what really drove me to come and join this noble profession. And it's still this great demand for the eye care professions in the country, which has made me gain much more interest into academia, because I feel like even if you try to serve as many as you can, we still need more optometrists to be trained in the country. And that is why we have the graduate trainee program. And I have a feeling that after my postgraduate trainings, I still want to go back and continue with capacity building for the optometrists who are training at Makerere University.
The expansion part of it is to bring, let me use the government term, services closer to the people. Because the other thing is that the services are very expensive. We are trying to look for ways of actually making optical appliances more affordable to the population. In terms of scaling up, yes, we need to scale up. We need to reach out, and more importantly, that we're not just going to just sell everybody any glass. No, people who need it should be able to afford it, and it should be available. We have one window with the government of Uganda to actually, we have MOU with the government of Uganda to set up practice within the government hospitals. But just hit one small snag, and I'm trying to work that through with them to see that would be the easiest way to scale this one up.
So MedOptics deals with eye health, eye care. And that's our major core, to bring the services to the community, to be an affordable company, to be able to reach out to as many people out there that have eye health needs but are not able to afford. So part of our strategy or our ways of reaching out to the community is having outreach events. By outreach events, I mean we go out there, we partner with the school or a hospital or an organization, we set up camp and we offer free medical checkups. Then the ones that need comprehensive checkup are sent to the branches nearest to them. So by reaching out to the community, we realize that most of them have issues of reading glasses. So we're able to offer these reading glasses for free or at a very low cost.
I became the Dean of the School of Health Sciences in 2010. So it must have been around 2010 that I first met Anguyo Dralega. In my capacity as the Dean School of Health Sciences. Now, I remember I met him, I don't know whether but at least there were 3 people that I remember very well who were frequenting my office. It was a gentleman called Wolfgang. I don't remember the other name, but he was from the Light of the World International. And then a lady called Naomi Nsubuga. These three people came to my office and told me a story of their profession, which was called optometry. At the time, I wasn't so conversant with it, and the relationship between optometry and ophthalmology. And that took me to find out more. At the time, the head of the ophthalmology department was called Atenyi Agaba. I called him and we talked and discussed. We even had meetings together with Agaba to clarify the relationship between ophthalmology and optometry. And in the end, I was certain that this was something new that would benefit the people of Uganda through establishment in the College of Health Sciences. So it's on that basis that they came to me and gave me their proposal. And I looked at it and I said, yes, I think this is a program that we can establish in the College of Health Sciences. And indeed, we picked up from there with many conversations, many contacts, many visits for a number of years until I became the deputy principal. And when I became the substantive deputy principal, even the relationship was strengthened further, because as deputy principal, I was responsible for space allocation. So eventually, when the program was established, I had priority for it to get space at the college. It wasn't easy, but yes, I did it. So I can only say thank you so much, and you have created an impact both at the university and to me personally, and then in the community. So well done, all the best.
Congratulations to the team at MedOptics for this great anniversary, 20 years. It moved so fast. It's a long time, but now I'm looking back and yeah, it's moved very, very fast. The growth is incredible. I met Mr. Dralega when they had that one place before. People don't even remember that. They think MedOptics started at Mabirizi Plaza. Like for me, I was there at Buganda Road, so I know where we came from. So it took a lot of effort, a lot of hardship, a lot of blood, sweat and tears, I'm sure, to get it to that level. To see the expansion across the country and even within Kampala is absolutely incredible. But what I really congratulate them is not dropping the ball, not compromising on the standard. I keep going back to that thing. Every practice that has been opened by MedOptics has been fully equipped and has been run by a qualified eye care worker. And so a big, big congratulations, a huge effort. I appreciate that, and wishing many, many more years and growth.
Congratulations MedOptics on the 20th anniversary, and congratulations Mr. and Mrs. Dralega for staying in and not giving up. I'd like to especially appreciate you two for not only serving the community, but also training. It's a very important thing to raise another generation of people in our profession. It's something I strongly believe in, and something that I'd like to commend you for. I do hope one of your children will also step into this space, but all the best as you begin your next 20 years.
Well, Anguyo, as I said previously, has demonstrated great resilience, and he obviously has been a determined person. This was evident from the times we were in Sudan. Tough environment, but the ability to build networks, friendships, and being true to those friends, and being supportive to one another, clearly has built values which is shining through all of these endeavors. And I see Medoptics actually outgrowing Uganda and moving to other countries when the environment obviously is right.
Congratulations to Medoptics team and management for making it this far, 20 years down the road. It's a big step, it's a big move. Thank you so much for the job well done. I'm so proud of you. You really worked so hard to bring Medoptics to this level. And to Medoptics management, I want to particularly thank Mr. and Mrs. Dralega for giving me this opportunity to come back to Medoptics again. I'm so glad to work with Medoptics again. Thank you. Mawadifofe ambo amuti bandundu anve dipini ini amatizu Medoptics company atizu. This Medoptics company ibinga Uganda deli kaliri amesu ba parindundu maalia kala Uganda ndundu makala ama tipi kani amani mupi ama tipi biasara dike amani gato nyurufe pidike fiani ili kaliri amecha peredoi ala warfo femini anvesarwa fevina warfo staff Medoptics pini azini banda Medoptics idopi Mr. Dralegani erini amuti didozu erini irfezu irini azu Uganda diachi enivini school idozu amani makeria resi warfo saro erini zozu peresado pirisi.
Ningependa kushukuru familia ya Medoptics. Wameniwezesha kwanza mimi kufika hapa. Ningependa sana kushukuru watu wote wenye tumefanya kazi nao kutoka mwanzo wa Medoptics hadi hapa penye tumefika. Tunashukuru Mungu kutuleta kufika hapa penye tumefika, na ningependa sana kuomba watu wenye wametusaidia sana kufika hapa penye tumefika kama Medoptics. Asanteni sana. Mungu awabariki.
I would like to extend my big congratulatory message to the Medoptics management, which has been able to stand right from 2002 to date, right from the time when I didn't know that optometry profession existed to the point that I'm even contributing to the development of the optometry profession in the country. It's really a great opportunity being part of this great family, and we look very much forward to more celebrations.
Njagala kwebaza company ya Medoptics kubanga byonna byenfunye Medoptics bebandera kati njitanga family yange. Kati nga Mrs. Audrey ne Mr. Anguyo bali bazadde bange kubana bona nnyo.
I would like to say thank you very much for all our clients, for our customers, to my wife, my children, my family, everyone who has supported us in the growth of Medoptics. Our ambo sa tane mini our amaza copy businesses. So le bama tibatiti and le mimu ama vini miazako imvini amazako wadufa ambo roto.